What's up, everyone? Karue here from my Tennis HQ. Hope you guys are doing great. And we've been dealing with some rain here in Southern California and haven't been able to get on the court and shoot any videos recently. So I'm actually going to repost one of actually my favorite videos that we ever posted. It was a video that we posted. I think we had only like 300 subscribers at the time, and it actually sort of got picked up and people found it, but I don't think enough people watched it. I really thought that the information on that video was awesome. When I look back at it, I was like, well, this is a really nice video that we made, and I think more people should watch it. It's more focused on lower body. It's still supposed to help you improve your ground strokes, but sort of like a different thing for you to think about that might help you with stability and just hitting better ground strokes in general. In that video, I had a friend from Los Angeles who played at Pepperdine, great player, played professionally as well. His name is Moush, and he really explains how to use your lower body in a way that I think I hadn't seen it, and that's why I brought him into the video. When we talked about it, I was like, oh, let's make a video about this because I think it's really important. So we call it the ground and pound technique. It's an interesting, just kind of like fun name that we made for it, but I am a guy who likes to emphasize lower body. I think in online videos we were talking about technique a lot. Coaches talk about technique a lot, but at the end of the day, the constant is the lower body. The way we swing the racket up here is always going to be different. It's always going to be unique to each individual, but the lower body, it should be sort of a constant. You can see most players move the same way, they load the same way, they step into the ball the same way. So this is a great way for you to visualize how to do it and hopefully try it out the next time you're on the court. And I think it's going to really help you hit better ground strokes, be more consistent with your ground strokes, and just in general, use your body more on your ground strokes than you might be using at the moment. So let's just jump right into the video, and I think you're going to really enjoy this one.
Hi, my name is Moush, and I see a lot of players on the tour and in juniors level that make a big mistake when it comes to ground strokes. It's emphasized a lot through coaches where they play a lot on their toes, stay on your toes, move on your toes. But one thing that they do forget is to be grounded at the point of contact. So a couple of things I'll demonstrate after this would be heel to toe movement and maintaining your balance while you're playing and why these things are important. So the first is heel to toe that I like to demonstrate. Mostly on the step in. Most people do it naturally when they're going left to right, meaning open stance either side. So naturally people would end up stepping heel to toe. But the mistake they make is when they're going forward, which is why transition tennis for a lot of people becomes difficult. So most players, what they would do is toe first, and they lose their balance, everything goes to the ground. But when you go heel first, your balance is a lot more stable and you're a lot more grounded to the ground. Same thing on the backhand. They go here, they lose the balance, they're more forward leaning. But when you go heel first, it allows a lot more stability through the glutes and through the heel of the ground. So the reason why it's good to go with your heel first is because of a few points. That is, it activates your deep tissue muscles with your hips, glutes, and puts pressure into your core more versus going toe first. Toe first, you're activating a lot more calves, a lot more knees. So that's actually really bad because you could eventually cause injuries in the knees and hips if you don't do it properly. Now, when you go heel first, you're engaging your entire trunk and core into the shot. Besides that, you're also engaging a lot more balance and stability on a point of contact. So a few shots open and close I'll show. Here's open. And here's a few close. One more. Again, you don't want to go toe first, because that way you're putting way too much pressure on your ankles and your knees. The only time you're using toes first is when you're moving, when you're not hitting the ball. So for guys like me, a little smaller, a little shorter legs, having a wide base is easier. I don't have to take big steps, and heel to toe becomes easier. But then you have guys who are about 6'6", 6'5", who have to really emphasize on the wide base and not getting too close to the ball. So guys like Austin will demonstrate how to go heel to toe from a forehand and backhand standpoint. So one thing he's going to focus on is using his heel like a hamstring pull, almost as you do on a hamstring pull machine. So every time he's going to step, he's going to pull into the shot to transition that weight from the forehand to backhand. So Austin will demonstrate for us. So one forehand, one backhand. Pull, good. Pull. Pull. And a big wide base. Eye wide open.
Yeah, the backhand's weird.
Yeah, so to get another backhand, just
four more.
Yeah. There you go. A little bigger step.
It's weird on the backhand.
That's weird. So what you gotta do is this, watch. So you gotta like cross with it. So here,
Right.
like, you know that dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just essentially that.
I hit that one all the time, but it's weird doing it on the slow one. I have to wait and then do it.
No, see, you're not doing it though. So watch. Do you hear? So when you step, you gotta go with after the shot. You gotta keep going. So you see that? Yeah. It's a crossover step as you're going. Yes.
Yeah.
That way you don't do that though. You were going.
Right.
You know, you're jumping kind of.
Yeah.
So with the crossover steps, you stay leveled.
Okay, just do the drill again then.
It's fine. Like, I've been getting all this. It's nice.
Yeah.
That I'm just telling him how to do.
So like then you can become fluid with it. So it's here you're staying low, here you're staying low,
Yeah.
here you're staying low.
Okay.
So start forehand and get in the backhand. So going through the shot, all the way. There you go, and push off that. Push off that. No. So for big guys, see, he's going to naturally want to step in, but smaller guys or mid-sized guys would want to play open so they could produce a little more power. A little more wider so you're bigger. Good. Good. Transition with the heel. Yeah. Oh, solid. Keeping a nice big ground. So now let's go into the close stance, which is the tougher part from heel to toe. As we naturally step in, human instincts wants us to make nice little cautious step, but no, we want to take nice aggressive heel steps. So ready? The forehand. So go two forehand and two backhands. So heel to toe. Good. Transition back. Good. Nice. Backhand. Heel to toe. Good. Crossover step after to recover. Good. Solid. So that's what you want to do. So now we'll go a few where we don't want to do, and you see how the weight is transitioning down and not through. Let's go 2 and 2 again.
Wait, this is
So now you're gonna step in with, you're gonna step the same way, but just the traditional or casual way people step in with their toes first. Yeah, 1 and 1. Now you don't want to do that. Don't want to do that either. Okay, now go back into doing heel to toe. That's So Austin, maybe you want to explain what you feel the difference is between going heel to toe versus, you know, just straight up into toe.
Yeah, so the biggest difference between those two is when I make contact with the heel first, I'm able to transition my weight through the shot much smoother And when I'm making contact with my toe first, the transition of the weight stops, or at least that's what I feel. I feel all my weight is in the calf, like Moush said, in the lower parts of the leg, the weaker parts of the leg. But when, as he says, to go with the heel first, you engage the stronger and more stable muscles in the leg.
Yeah, I think Austin hit a point. So I think, again, for guys who are his size, you know, when they're moving, I think it's good to use that to be a little more efficient. And being a bigger guy, I think you're also more injury prone. So you really want to play as technically efficient possible. Guys like me, we can get away a few things here and there, but it's definitely important for big guys. So to make the long story short, where the heel to toe is really important is usually on the mid-court balls transitioning into your shots, come into a net. Also on the wide defensive shots. So on the step-in shot, emphasize the heel to toe, stay balanced, use the big muscles, as Austin mentioned. And then on the wide shots, you want to float through heel to toe transition rather than just break stop. So what you don't want to do is this. So you're going here, this. When you do that, you're pressuring your knees, you're pressuring your joints. What you want to do is transition with nice flow heel to toe, which is here. And then you break, so then you have another aspect to recover. If you watch the top players such as Djokovic, from the ex-players like Agassi, Nalbandian, and then a guy like Nishikori, they do these things very well, which is they're considered to be unreal movers and amazing ground strokers. There's a reason why they're called ground strokes, because on a point of contact, you have to be grounded. So essentially, I like to call it ground and pound.
So there you have it. Again, this was a video that we posted a long time ago when we had very few subscribers, and I think now with the growth that we had this past year, it was information that I wanted to share again to the new subscribers and for more people that will be able to watch this video now. I just love what Moush talked about in this video. I think it's really, really important to focus on the lower body, to be stability. It's a key component on power and consistency, and you know, being able to step the right way, move the right way to different shots. It's so important. It's way more important, in my opinion, than what you're doing with your upper body. So again, thanks Moush. I'll post his like Instagram handle here. So if you want to follow him, make sure you follow him. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet, and let us know if this was a helpful tip. I know a lot of people back when they found this video were like, oh, this is a really, really helpful tip. I never heard of this before. So let us know in the comments if you like this tip, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye. Good.